Hey, what's up guys, it's Shawzo here, and this is Summerville Place. I discovered this house with a small family living there, so I've done them a few favours. I've fixed up some things here and there, tightened up their security, and packed it with decorations. I would say the rooftop on this house has been the most awkward I've come across so far, but I found a way to fix it up, and in this video I'm going to show you how I've done everything with a fully decorated tour by the end. Enjoy guys. Now this settlement is very overgrown, so we're just going to clear a few trees here and there just to clear the pathway to see what we're doing. The family living here have zero security, so we're going to help them out of that. I'm going to start building a wall following the concrete pathway going all the way around the house, continuing around where the farm is so the back of the property is nice and secure. Right, that's the walls up now, and the reason why I've only put it around the back is because I want to have the whole settlement semi-open. I don't want to have it looking like a fortress because I feel like that's going to attract the wrong kind of attention. And I do want to incorporate the front in some way because there is a little playground area for the kids living here, and that's something you can't build. I have a few ideas to secure the front side of the house, but I'm going to show you that a bit later. So it's time to move on to the house itself, specifically the rooftop, and it's the most awkward rooftop I've come across because the two rooftops go into each other, which makes things very difficult, and my usual method is the ball tracking items, but we're still going to use that method, but we're going to do it with a slight twist, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a second. So just starting off, I'm grabbing myself the ball tracks with the merge item, and I'm going to go across 14 times. Then I'm going to grab an individual one with the pillar glitch so we can place it in the first gap. It's very important to keep it in line with all of the others, leaving no gaps, otherwise this will not work. Naturally it will take you a few attempts, but once it's in, everything else is very easy. So we'll just pick up the merge item again, placing it on the ball track that we've just put in, and simply just carry it on, filling in all the gaps. And once that's all finished, you should have a row of 28 in total. That's the exact amount you need for this rooftop. Now we're going to make our way to the other side, and we're going to get the same ball tracking items, but we're going to do a row of 10 this time. And once you've reached the 10th one, we're going to move on to the half ones. And this is for good reason, and you'll find out in a second. And we'll build these along till there's a row of 6 left on the end, and we'll simply just add on the longer ball tracks to fill in the rest. And then moving back onto this side, you want to start counting across to the 9th one, and on the 9th one you want to start deleting from there, up until there's 4 left on the very end. And then we'll simply do what we did from the other side, we'll just fill in the gaps with the half ones again. And that finalises our rooftop build, and it's all ready to go on top of the house. So I've got myself the pillar in position already. I do recommend saving it before you pick up the rooftop. Now I have put down a barn foundation next to the house. This allows the pillar just to reach up there at a higher point, and you basically try and find that sweet spot and sink it as much as you can. And that's our new rooftop in place, and there's a couple reasons why I've left the gap on the ball tracks. One of them being I want to have access inside the rooftop, and the holes are perfect for that. And secondly, I had to do it this way anyway because the flat point of the rooftop restricts the longer ball tracks. So we still need to sort out the other half of it, but first we need to find out a way of getting up here. So I'm going to put up a few stairs and barricade a few bits here and there. And there we go, nicely done. I've made a little area for the workshop, and I've made the staircase look nice and scrappy. So now it's time to move on inside the rooftop. And there's a few holes here and there, so I'm simply going to fill it up with floor mats. I don't want to use wooden floors because that raises the floor a little bit and that restricts the access of which we enter. I think I would have used these mats anyway because it's a nice flat surface and it's got a cool little texture on it as well. So what are we going to do with this part of the rooftop? We can't use the ball tracking items, so the only thing I can use is these windmills. And this actually places perfectly within it if you look down far enough. There should be a little sweet spot. And there we go, it sits in there very nicely. I've also added a raider cloth. It was a bit of a pain trying to place it in there, but eventually I did find that sweet spot. And of course we do need the shelter. And I would say that's a very good alternative if you can't use the ball tracks for the rest of it. Anyways, I'm going to fix up the rest of the house. And that's the house fully refurbished, and now that we have access to the rooftop, that opens the doors to a few ideas for when I decorate the place. Now I might as well show you guys what it looks like on the inside before I do decorate the whole settlement. And it's not too bad actually, I don't really need to fix up anything, it's purely just decorations. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys what I do with that. As for the outside of where the front is, I'm going to leave that as a little surprise what I'm going to do with this area, because I do have a few ideas. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the tour. And here it is, fully decorated, and because it's a small settlement I have put some extra time into the decorations, so of course there's going to be plenty of details to have a look at. Let's go ahead and let me show you guys around. Hey, what's up guys, welcome to the tour. Just to update some of you who don't know, my baby's just been born. He's 5 weeks old at this point, and yeah, he came 4 weeks early, which was a bit of a shock, but all is good. He did have a little bit of jaundice, which I had no idea about, but again, I'm learning. But yeah, that's all cleared up now. He's all well and good. And yeah, it was just a bit too much. It's hard to describe. I mean, everyone says it's a bit all over the place when it happens, but of course it was the best day of my life. And a lot of you guys have been asking how I am with the unfortunate situations recently. And of course, this is probably the best distraction you can get, to be honest. And yeah, and he's a baby boy. I don't know if I've told you you guys this. He is a boy, which naturally I'd want a boy. I would like a daughter to be second, but hopefully we get one of each one day. But he's actually quite a chill baby, to be fair. He's all right, but that could change. But yeah, anyways, moving on to the video. With the front of it, I've barricaded this whole area. I've just sunk like loads of walls in. I've put loads of plants in the ground just to give it that overgrown look, so it's naturally like already there. And I've filled the forest with loads of traps and things like that, so nothing's coming through. And I've put loads of mines as well. And yeah, security's not a problem. Let's just say that. So yeah, behind me is the main entrance. Anybody who wants to come here and like negotiate deals in a friendly manner, they're welcome to do so. And I didn't really want to do it in like a fortress kind of style, because you're asking for trouble really, because you're hiding something, obviously. I mean, they've been all right without any walls or anything, but they need something. So the first area, yeah, I've gone to town with the decorations. I've gone a bit mad. So I've put a cooking station in front of this existing fireplace, and I do like this because it's got a big flame and loads of smoke coming off it. Can't really get that with the standard ones that you can put down yourself, so I had to put a cooking station on it. I've sunk a little sofa in the ground and just put some stuff around it really. So this is where the family chill out and have a barbecue. Just look at the river over there. Here's more of the kiddie area, camping area, kind of outdoor dining type area, if you get me. Of course I've kept the swing. I don't even know if you can scrap the swing, to be fair, but it's a very good addition to the settlement. I've managed to put this monkey toy on it. Don't ask me how. I actually did it second try. I was really proud of myself actually, so I just want to flex that a bit. We've got a load of fish hanging up. Yeah, just a few basketballs with some bowling pins, just a little kiddie area, you know. And this is where they can eat outside as well as the sofa. I filled this bin with loads of mut fruit because I've given them a mixture of plants. You've got corn, mut fruit, I think there's tomatoes as well. I filled this bin. It took me forever, but it's worth it because it looks pretty cool. I've put the one bed out here for any guests who need a place to stay for the night, because we're not completely off limits to visitors. Like, we are here to help people if they are in need. But if you mess with us, you're going to die. So yeah, let's have a look at the farm. Didn't really do much, just a few tables, some veggies here and there. Put some racks up with some shovels. Just the relevant tools for a garden, really. We might as well have a look back here. I've just put a bar full of more tools. It's a farm at the end of the day. Don't need to clutter it too much. Does look pretty good at cool at night though, because I've put loads of spotlights in and it's like lit up the whole area. Of course, I'll give you some night shots a bit later. With the dead bushes, I also love sinking some green plants in just to give it a bit of life, because it is the soil here is good for plants. So I want to make it look like a bit, you know what I mean? Make it feel a bit more alive. Around here is more of a mechanical area, so of course you'd be stupid not to keep the tractor. I mean, I don't even know why it's an option to scrap it. Why would you scrap it? I've made it look like we're working on it. I've managed to put some spotlights on the original lights on it, so that looks pretty good at night. Managed to sink this chair on this existing box. There's little bits of wood inside them which are pretty cool, just for some clutter items. This is the workshop area. Not much of a shelter, but it keeps the workshop itself dry. Not too messy. To the right, it's just a locker with a couple of boxes here and there. Back here, I've put a toilet because I'm doing good these days. I'm doing alright putting toilets in because I used to forget it a lot. Yeah, I think that's the outside covered. And yeah, I put this door in. It's just extra protection, really. I've kind of walled off this whole porch area. Put a load of keep out signs, so not even visitors are allowed in here. But yeah, we needed a two-tier security system here. Put just a little chair here with some drinks. Nothing too much. And this is the inside. I don't know if you can remember the before shots I gave you. I'm sure you can. It wasn't that long ago. But it's mostly all me with all this work. Apart from the beds. You couldn't scrap the beds in this settlement again, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, everything's from scratch in here. The left side is a cooking area. I filled these shelves with all the relevant items. I've used the pillar to hang some fish up. Little cooking station. And this pot was originally here, and it's actually got food in it. So you don't want to scrap that. As well as the candles there, you can't have that variant of candle to place down yourself. So yeah, don't delete that table if you want to keep that cooking pot. And yeah, we've got loads of bits and pieces. We've got a sink as well. I mean, I've put in a lot of detail in this settlement. I've even put like some toothpaste and a toothbrush on the sink. Just little things like that. It's just everywhere. To the right, nothing much. Just a picture. And I always love to start in the middle with decorations and just sort of use your imagination from there. So I always love putting a sofa in the middle with a desk behind it. Just gives you like two little areas. So this is where you where he draws up plans for whatever. See what crops are doing well and so on. We've got the sofa with a nice little TV area, a few magazines, and this is the kids' shelf, loads of toys and that. Some of the stuff for the dad living here, some cameras, some watches here and there. And there's a few weapons lying around here and there because you do need weapons in case, anything can happen at any time. Now for this little area, it seemed appropriate for a little workstation. So this is where they kind of experiment on different Nuka-Colas, trying to find a formula because they want to make up their own recipe for like a Nuka-Cola so they can get some caps. And I always love cluttering the workshops because they look a bit bare if you don't do that. And as well as the walls blocking the windows, I've also put the weapon racks. It gives it a nice kind of solid look within the inside instead of that scrappy look. I want to make it look a little bit tidy for this one. And for this room, it is what it was. You can't move or scrap the beds apart from the main one in front. The left and right one you can't. So, of course, I would have kept it as a bedroom anyway. So you got a weapon lying up here. Just added loads of kiddie stuff underneath the kids' beds. Just some like a glass of milk and some toys and just stuff like that. This is the dad's bed. Now, the bed was pointing in this direction, so this is like the top bit. I think the developers did that on purpose. So obviously the dad kind of keeps an eye out like on the crops because he's facing the windows from where he's lying. So I thought I'd keep it like that because I think that's what the idea was. Yeah, he's ready to go if it all kicks off. Double barrel shotgun with a few shells ready to pop in. This table was already here. Just put some relevant stuff, drinks, glasses, mentats, just clutter it with the right stuff in the right rooms. And yeah, that is the house. The floor mats do a pretty good job covering the ceiling. So this is the little balcony area. We've got turrets everywhere, as I said earlier. There's one on the back of the house as well. Just a couple of chairs, boxes. And yeah, if you did put a wooden floor here, you wouldn't be able to get underneath the ball tracks. So I had to use floor mats for this to be possible. And you can only just fit underneath. and that's the lowest point you can put the rooftop, so it's quite lucky really. And as you can see, it's a workshop area for the dad living here. More of like a man cave really, if he wants to get away from the children, if it's a bit too much. This is where he works on his little experiments, and he makes ammo and weapons. Naturally you want to keep that away from the children anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I was going to put a power armor workshop up here, but realistically it doesn't make sense because it's just a little wooden floor, isn't it? You can't really put power armor up here. And this is the little workshop area for the windmill. Just a few computers here and there in case it goes bust or whatever. And yeah, just some storage behind it with some weapons here and there. That is pretty much the whole settlement. Again, it is quite a small settlement than the usual, but I am doing every single settlement in the game, especially the vanilla. I'm doing the vanilla settlements first. There's about 30 in total. This is the 19th settlement. So a lot of you guys have been asking for the castle build. That will come. That will probably be the last one I build within the vanilla builds. Or if depending on where I am with the settlement building, I might bring it out in line with season 2 of Fallout coming out, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. It feels like a good time to upload the castle build for that kind of period, you know. So that might happen depending on the progress. And DLC settlements will come after the vanilla builds. And after that, I'm not really sure what to do with the channel once I build all the settlements. I know that's a long time to go, but yeah, I might have to think of a few things to do. Hopefully Elder Scrolls would have come out by then, and there might be like a settlement system in there. But yeah, there's still a long way to go for that. Let's worry about that for that time, but we've still got plenty of work to do. As always, here it is at night time. Nothing really special for this one, apart from the farm actually. I just love how that glows up, and we can keep an eye on the crops with some lighting around there as well. Another cool thing is the tractor. I'm just loving how that looks as well. And I forgot to mention, I actually put a generator underneath it just to make it sound like it's on. Around the back I've kept that nice and dark for obvious reasons. We don't want to bring too much attention around there. And we might as well have a look on the inside of the house. I've kept the workstations nice and bright so we can see what we're doing, and I want to keep the living areas nice and cozy so we can chill out. It does take a little bit of time and effort to get the lights in the right place for that kind of vibe that you want. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.